Hello.
Wait.
Wait.
They don't love you like I love you. Wait. They don't love you like I love you. Nah. Yap, yap, yap.
Wait.
They don't yap you like I yap you. That just made me dizzy.
Welcome to Yapville, guys.
Episode
24.
I got it wrong before, so I waited for Taryn.
I really hope that you cannot hear the child outside of my window playing basketball. I'm really sorry if you can.
It just adds to the
Character.
the environment, you know. So, how is everybody? How is your week?
My week was the same as last episode because we're filming. What are we gonna yap about, Amanda?
Did you see Michaela Noguero came out with skincare?
Yeah, you just showed me, which, why do I feel like skincare is icky if a celebrity is endorsing it?
First of all, it's named POV, which is like, which she could have like come up with like an iconic, like nice and sharp for like, go to pot two, something. But no, it's POV, which doesn't make sense. So I want my nose job, but maybe I would pay decent money for that. But liposuction, not BBL. I already have too much going on back there. Liposuction, neck liposuction, fucking fillers and Botox and nose job. I want it all, girl. Thank God I'm not like a millionaire, because if I was, I would look insane. I know I would. I would be pumped and juiced up everywhere.
I would just get arm liposuction and my calves' biggest insecurity. Summer's coming so soon and I need to accept myself for who I am.
Listen, no one's paying attention to your calves besides you.
Yeah, that's what you tell me.
Literally, everyone's so focused on themselves that they're not paying attention to you, what you're wearing and what you look like. Their eyes will glance over you for a second and they'll just continue throughout their day.
Are you saying I'm not the main character?
No. I just want to say that Taryn predicted Trisha Paytas being pregnant.
I don't even remember doing this.
We were watching TikToks here a few weeks ago and I was showing her a clip from the live show and she was like, is she pregnant? And I was like, no. I was like, she's just eating good. And then she came out as pregnant.
It's that Taurus intuition.
I'm happy for her. But did you see all this stuff with... What happened? It needs to be studied, the downfall of H3.
I know.
What happened to them?
On? Janet sent me...
They're insane.
Janet sent me a post from somebody's Instagram the other day, and it was someone talking about like Olivia who works with H3. I didn't understand. I was like, I haven't followed them in forever. I don't know what's going on. They're insane.
They are. They're trying to. There's a subreddit called FOMOI, and Ethan from H3 is like trying to dox the people because they post about them, because they post about like just like pop culture stuff. This is where I get like all my news, literally. And
joining.
They would Ethan is like trying to dox the owners of the subreddit. Like they're becoming insane. They also said some shit about Trisha being pregnant, saying that she lied about being infertile since she's had 3 kids. So she can just easily pop them out, run right after another, and people are like, don't talk about things you know nothing about.
Mind their own business.
Because like some people that have infertility issues, it's easier to get pregnant in a short span like that. To have one and then have another and have another. It's
weird when celebrities endorse skincare. It makes me like Blake Lively and her hair care brand at Target.
And her hair looks like a rat's nest all the time. But Michaela's skin always looks really nice.
Yeah.
But it's just like, how could you come out with like a skincare line and be like, I've been working on this for 2 years, but then post TikTok videos of you saying, I tried this new moisturizer for a week and it was amazing. Like, you change your skincare routine every day.
Yeah, seriously.
So, I mean, how could I really trust? But also, you know,
I just wouldn't trust her. She has
She's not very trustworthy.
Yeah.
She still has not talked about the mascara.
Mascara gate.
Which, today I do have Ardell double wispies on, so this is what she was wearing.
That is so funny because Amanda was like, I'm not gonna really wear much makeup, but you're still wearing lashes. You're such a glam.
Have to wear lashes.
You're so glam.
I mean,
I should wear glasses, and really, I should get a lip flip. I should get some Botox, but...
Can we talk about plastic surgery? I want plastic surgery so bad. I would love a lip flip. I had Botox and my eyebrows were permanently stuck up here, and it was the best decision ever.
I want a lip flip and some liposuction.
I want liposuction. I want neck liposuction. Oh my God. I just want to go to like Turkey and get my body done. Can we do that?
I don't want to. I'm scared.
Why?
I don't know.
It's really cheap in Turkey. That's why you see all those Instagram baddies on the trip back in all wheelchairs and like they have like all this wrapping around them.
Yeah, that's where everyone gets their hair transplants. So it's so much cheaper. You get a vacation and some surgery.
What if we get my teeth done too?
What's wrong with your teeth?
Maybe just whitened.
Yeah, I need my teeth. Speaking of getting teeth whitened, this is disgusting. I have like this black line on my tooth. I power washed it off. I don't know what it's from.
Where?
It's gone now. I brush my teeth twice a day. I floss. I take care of my teeth. I think I was drinking so much coffee.
My canine teeth are really yellow. I noticed it when I smile on the camera. It's just these like side teeth right here. They're really yellow. Everything else is fine.
Colin got us the water pick flossers like 2 years ago.
Water pick.
I never use it, but the other day I was like, I gotta go in public tomorrow. This stain is driving me insane. So
Power washed it
I
off.
power washed it off.
Like Power Wash Simulator. You ever played
I
that
also
game?
use native toothpaste, and I have been for years. And I feel like maybe I should be using like a whitening toothpaste.
I don't know about that because I use a whitening toothpaste and my teeth are so fucking sensitive to everything.
I was gonna say your teeth are white.
Yeah, besides the canines. Just don't look at these. Guys, comment down below who wants to go get their bodies done with me in Turkey.
Yeah, we make like, instead of doing like live shows one day, we just do like a whole like vacation trip to Turkey and we all get plastic surgery.
Oh my God, yeah. So I want my nose job. I'm very scared about nose jobs though because that could like really ruin your face. If you get like a fucked up one, like you could just look fucked up. And then we're getting into double nose job territory, which is scarier because if you have two nose jobs, like, it's starting to look a little scary.
Like if you want to go back.
It's just sad because I really loved H3. I loved them back in the day. But
yeah. So H3, if you guys don't know who we're talking about, were these YouTubers. And they were fucking hilarious. They did, if anyone knows what Vape Nation is, they did that. They did a bunch of funny shit. And now they've like, their egos have been extremely inflated.
They would do like, they were like probably the OG like reaction channel that I would watch. I would watch other people's stuff and like react to it. And it was funny. They would make fun of these people that were like unhinged, but they're becoming the people that they made fun of.
Just like a month ago on this faux moi, there's one that says H3. Ethan and Hila Klein's nanny filed lawsuit against them, alleging she was fired 2 days after asking for time off to get a hernia surgery and recovery. Yeah,
that she's suing them because they fired her for asking for time off.
That's insane. Like, their egos are huge. They own that Teddy Fresh line where they sell t-shirts for $90, and they used to, like, be struggling and poor, which they have, like, rich parents, so I doubt it, but it's a cosplaying poverty. People love to do that.
Shane Dawson. He always did that, too. Which...
Do you want to know who else does
No
that?
shade. I loved old Shane Dawson videos, like, when he was, like, with Garrett and Drew... But he'd always be like, I'm poor, I'm relatable. Girl, you're in a fucking mansion in Beverly Hills. I don't think you're poor.
You know who else cosplays poor is the girl from The Substance. What's her name? Margaret Qualley.
I love her.
Yeah, she cosplays poor.
How?
So she was on Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. I don't remember which one. It was like 2 years ago. It was an interview. And she was saying that in New York City, she has a studio apartment and she doesn't have a bed frame and she eats off the floor. And she showed, like, a picture of it. And in my head, I'm like, oh, my God. Like, you know, good for this girl. She had this huge movie. I didn't really know that she's been an actress forever.
Yeah.
And I just thought she was someone who was struggling in the city and made it big.
She's married to Taylor Swift's songwriter.
Yeah, and also her mom's a famous actress.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
I didn't know
if
that.
you saw a picture of her mom, you would... I'm like, why? What's, like... Is it like some kind of fucking social experiment? Cosplaying poor? Like,
They're
what?
trying to be relatable.
Bro, it's disgusting. But that's her mom. Does she look familiar to you?
No. Oh, yeah, she does. She's so stinking cute.
Andy McDowell? Oh, she was also in that fucking show Made, which was, like, huge. And it's based on a true story.
Listen, I love you, Margaret Qualley, but...
Stop cosplaying poor people who don't have to do it. It's fucking weird. Alright, anyways. Let's get into these stories, shall we?
This is getting a little too real.
Alright. First story, shall we?
Server error. Nice.
This first one is 23 hours old. It's coming from AITH. It is titled, AITA for refusing to let my mother-in-law hold my baby after she told my husband to get a paternity test. I, 28 female, gave birth to my first child, a beautiful baby girl, 3 weeks ago. My husband, 30 male, and I have been over the moon, but his mother has been causing nonstop drama. She never liked me. From the start, she made snide comments about how I trapped her son, even though we've been happily married for 4 years. When I got pregnant, she constantly joked about how the baby might not be his. I brushed it off as her usual passive-aggressive behavior until I found out she took it way further. 2 days after I gave birth, my husband got a text from his mom saying, "You should get a DNA test. You never know these days." I was devastated when I saw it. My husband was furious and told her off, saying that he had zero doubts about me and that her comment was disgusting. She tried to backtrack, saying, "Just looking out for him." Now she wants to come over and meet the baby, but I told my husband that she will not be holding our daughter. If she wants to question whether my child is even her granddaughter, then she does not get the privilege of bonding with her. My husband understands why I'm upset, but he thinks we should let her come over just once so she doesn't play the victim with the rest of the family. Now she's crying to everyone, saying I'm keeping her granddaughter from her and that I'm punishing her over a harmless question. Some family members think I'm being dramatic and should be the bigger person. But why should I let someone who disrespected me and my child hold her like nothing happened? Am I the asshole for refusing to let her hold my baby?
Hell no.
No.
Not that bitch. Right, Gigi?
It's just a crazy mother-in-law.
No, your mother-in-law seems like a fucking dickhead.
Literally. So, OP, you're not the asshole at all. Your mother-in-law is crossing a line, assuming that the grandchild's not her baby, and you're exactly right. Why would she want to hold a baby that's not really her grandbaby?
Exactly. Some stranger's baby.
And I don't know. Guys, I'm not really for being the bigger person, and that might be immature of me, but I think that she made her bed and now she has to lay in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't let her hold her. At least for a little while, the baby. But I'd probably give it eventually. Be like, all right, you learned your lesson, I guess. Hold the fucking baby. And probably because I'd just be over the baby, too. Like, please, someone take it.
Yeah, that's true. The top comment is, not the asshole. She'll always find a way to play the victim, even if you've not done anything wrong, so might as well set your boundaries. Also, just to add to that, it's not a harmless question at all. She's indirectly accusing you of cheating and asking her son not to trust you. Unless she had a extremely valid reason, which she doesn't in this case. It's just so disrespectful. How about we do get a DNA test done? We let everyone know we are doing this because she feels it's necessary, so she is sure the baby is yours. We also let everyone know when it comes back as yours, your mom will permanently be banned from seeing our child, or at least until the mom provides a DNA testing proving that you are your dad's son. This is me being the bigger person. OP said, haha, that's a genius idea. If she's so concerned about proving family ties, let's take it all the way. I love that.
I know you would love that.
I love a petty comeback.
I was like, oh, Taryn's loving this right now.
Yeah, the mother-in-law's a total fucking asshole.
Bye. Don't hold my baby until I'm over it, and then you can hold it.
Exactly. And take as long as you need to get over it, OP.
Period, queen. Go
Period,
off.
queen. Love you. On to the next story.
XOXO. Gossip Girl.
XOXO paternity test.
Okay, guys. It's time for my story, and for some reason I've been on theme lately with stinky stories.
Yeah, you really have.
Am I stinky?
No, you're not.
Maybe I think I'm like... That's like one of my biggest fears, because, you know, I'm a bigger girl, and I feel like it is like a stereotype that, like, big people stink. Mm-hmm. So I'm terrified of smelling bad.
I've met skinny people that smell like shit, so.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But I am terrified of stinking, so I make sure to take extra measures to not stink.
Well, actually, I just had to pee before we started filming, and I get weird about, like, sitting on the toilet seat after people have already sat on the toilet seat.
I am like that, too.
But I thought that. I said, oh, Amanda is, like, the same level of clean as me right now because we both just showered, so it didn't matter. So that should make you feel better. I know your butt's clean.
Yeah, it is. You know what's really gross? Something that really, like, I don't know what it is. I'm the same way with toilet seats. When I sit on a warm toilet seat, I actually gag. I hate it.
If it's like somebody I know, I don't really care.
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You could literally be from
I'm always warming up that toilet seat. I sit there forever.
I don't. I'm trying to get out of there as fast as possible. So, the story's coming from Am I the Asshole from 18 days ago. Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend if she could take a shower? Now, this seems a little extreme. My girlfriend only showers once a week, twice if I'm lucky.
Right off the bat, I would not be with that person. That's fucking gross.
I'm sorry. Don't you feel slimy? Like, when I lay in bed at night and, like...
I need to be clean in bed at night.
Same. So I shower every night. But sometimes, like, I'll shower in the morning instead. And I have trouble sleeping because I can feel my thighs sticking together.
I shower at night, but if I go into the office, I shower again in the morning. Because I just feel like I had sweat.
It depends. Yeah. Sometimes, like, if it's summer or something, yeah.
And
absolutely.
I'm scared of smelling bad, so I want to smell really fresh.
Typically, we go to the gym together, and I've often asked her why she doesn't shower. And she always comes up with things like, oh, women don't really sweat much, and I sweat very little even for women's standards. I don't buy it because I can smell. I used to just suck it up because I know she's extremely sensitive. Kind of not safe for work here, but this has even affected our sex life. I used to love going down on her, but after not showering after workouts / long work days, I've lost interest. Fast forward a bit, and now she's using the sauna at the gym, maybe on an average 2 times a week. She still refuses to shower. There's just no way you don't sweat in the sauna. Just me sitting in 5 minutes in there gets me soaked. She says she doesn't sweat much in there either. She just sits in there for 20 minutes. Things are now worse. I can smell her very badly. Almost to the point where I try not to breathe in too close to her because it's not good. I tried so long to give her hints to take a shower, like, hey, do you want to take a shower together? But she can't take the hint. Why would we do that? There's room for only one. One evening, she wanted to lie down on the floor and stare at a rolled map she has. She invited me to lay down next to her and just talk about where we want to go, etc. I lasted about 1 minute before I had to make up some dumb excuse as to why I had to get up. She then gets upset and says something along the lines of, why are you leaving? You never want to do stuff with me. The truth is, I just can't be as close to her for so long. I'm not sure if I started to resent her because it was only this one thing that was bugging me in our relationship, but maybe I did, and that's my fault for being bad at communicating with her. Anyway, I couldn't hold it in any longer. I tried one last time to ask if she wanted to take a shower with me to show I did want to do stuff with her, but she declined. And then I said, I know you say you don't sweat, but I can smell. I don't like the smell of sweat, etc. And it being a popular gym we go to, I just appreciate it if you showered a bit more. She freaked out. WW3 started. She accused me of things and asked me if I found her disgusting. It felt like she wanted me to think she's disgusting for some messed up reason. Like this was an easy way to create distance between us, have less sex and all of that. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm overthinking it. It's just, to me, it feels awfully obvious to shower, if not daily, at least every other day. She said she doesn't want to shower her hair often, but still, you can shower your body. Our relationship is borderline over because I hurt her, so am I the asshole? What could I have done differently? She says that she doesn't shower often because she doesn't like to wash her hair. I hate
when people assume.
I can't say because I don't wash my hair that often. So when I say that, people are like, ew, you don't shower?
People assume that when girls only wash their hair once or twice a week, they're only also showering once or twice a week.
There's things, I cover my hair in a shower cap.
I just throw my hair up. I don't really, I mean, it doesn't get wet, but I just throw my hair up in a Bun.
Like, I wash my hair twice a week. That doesn't mean I shower twice a week, so I hate that. I don't want to wash my hair. Then, girl, don't. Wash your body.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but it seems like she lacks common knowledge on basic hygiene.
Yeah.
Because...
Just because you don't sweat doesn't mean you don't shower.
I felt very talked to when I said that.
Why?
Talk to, I mean, because I was like, it seems like she lacks... What did I even just say?
Hygiene? Human hygiene.
It seems like she lacks common knowledge on basic hygiene.
Okay, well, before we get too deep, there is an update on February 28th, and the first sentence is, we broke up. She refused to accept she was disgusting by not showering, and she did not see anything wrong. Impossible for me to change her mind when she was dead set on no wrongdoing. No point in me to argue with someone like that. Seems like there was a lot of unresolved trauma in her past I was unaware of, but not the severity of it and how it still affected her. One of her first sentences to come out when I confronted her about it was, break up with me then. Like she was challenging me or something. It made me feel weird. Instead of coming to an agreement together, she went very defensive and just attacked me. She struggled with having girlfriends as she was scared of them stealing her current boyfriend or something. So she always went to hang out with guys. She loved getting validation from guys as well, so she ended up having a lot of friends with benefits over the years. There's a lot of stuff I did not know, but that's just not my thing. For some reason, I almost feel used in a way because I feel like to her, I was just another friend with benefit, but she was someone I actually saw a future with. Ultimately, what made us break up, though, was the fact that she sees herself as over men, or me in this case. She believes women are holy. She was the taker in the relationship and I was the giver. It worked for some time, but I started resenting her and did not want to be as much of a giver for her anymore. I started to notice she did not appreciate my efforts and did not reciprocate much at all. Hopefully she will find a guy who will put her on the highest pedestal out there, but that guy is not me. All power to her.
Well, I agree with her. Women are holy, but holy shit, you want to shower, honey? I wonder if she's like a phobia of being clean.
I don't know. So, OP's in the comments. Someone says, it's not just about sweat. Vaginal discharge, urine, and feces all add to that smell.
Yeah, she's got a yeast infection.
No wonder we don't want to be near her. I shower every day. I shower every other day and feel dirty if I don't. I have dry skin. Otherwise, I shower daily, but my skin hurts if it gets too dry.
That sucks.
So OP said, I can't even begin to imagine her reaction if I brought up things like vaginal discharge, urine, and feces. That's why I did not want to go down on her anymore. Ugh! But I never said why.
He's fucking brave if he went down on her. I'm sorry, going to the gym too like that?
You
It's
need
such an
to
icky-
shower.
That is I know, like, I used to, like, go to workout classes, and at the workout class, you can only do the workout class there. And sometimes I'd be like, all right, I'm going to go to my normal gym on the way home and do, like, some more cardio. And I think I did it twice because I'm just so sweaty and disgusting, and you go outside and you're cold, and you're just, like, I'm sorry. I don't know what they do for working out. Maybe she really doesn't sweat. But the gym is disgusting.
It's so gross if you don't sweat.
And
yeah.
you, like, feel like you're, like, covered in a layer of salt. Like, you just want to... And there is no better feeling than doing a hard workout and getting home and taking a shower. That feeling after is, like, unmatched.
Same with, like, going to, like, the beach or something, and then you shower. Ooh. So...
And you go take a really good nap.
Yeah. So someone said, not the asshole. I wouldn't be surprised if she has some sort of phobia or OCD about showering. OP's in the comments are responding to that, and he said, I have a strong suspicion she has BPD.
I wonder...
Hence, me mentioning her being very sensitive in this post. But I don't think having BPD has anything to do with showering.
Yeah, me either. Unless he means borderline personality disorder.
That's what he means. She works, goes to the gym, all of those things that point to her not being depressed. Not sure if she would manage all that. So people are... Okay, so
Assuming
hold
she's
on.
like depressed by not showering.
So people are in the comments saying that she might be depressed because that's the thing with like severe depression. People don't shower. And OP is saying, I mean, she works, goes to the gym, all of those things that points to her not being depressed. Not sure how she would manage all that, but not shower if she was depressed. I mean, you could still be depressed and do all those things. I'm fucking depressed as shit and I go to work every day.
OP, I think you dodged a bullet, honey.
Wait, there's one more comment I'm gonna read. Someone said, I can understand her feeling sensitive about this, but you did approach it in the most polite and loving way that you could. Even offered showering together is a very sweet way to fix the problem. Your relationship is over because she is being gross, not because you hurt her. Mm-hmm. And OP said, this is just me totally speculating, giving what I know so far and what her thoughts are on women. I'm pretty sure she has the idea that I am the lucky one being able to go down on her. As such, she never felt bad for not showering because of these activities. She says that women are not held on a pedestal enough these days. Yes, thank God you're going down to my fucking rancid vagina. You're welcome.
It is not easy to bring those things up to your significant other either. How long have they been together?
I think it's maybe not 2 years. I think I'm getting confused. It doesn't say.
I have an ex who had really, really bad breath.
I know which one you're talking about. Because the breath was stinky.
And I tried everything to be nice. And I just remember one time I had him floss, mouthwash, brush, tongue scrape, and it was still it was coming through his, it must have been tonsil stones.
It's literally tonsil stones. I said to Taryn, his breath smells like tonsil stones.
It is not easy to bring that shit up.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
I mean, some people on these posts are brutal and just freak out on people, but
I think I would freak out because I would just be embarrassed. I'd be like, what the fuck? Thank you.
I mean, when you want to tell your significant other something and for example, this guy was nice about the shower, but if he was like, Jesus Christ, babe, you fucking reek.
Oh yeah, no.
We've read so many posts like this. It's not easy to bring up. Not saying that's an excuse for you to
it's
be mean,
uncomfortable.
But it's uncomfortable.
How do you bring that up? You smell like shit, by the way. Hey, love you, but you fucking stink. Anyway, to you.
This next one is coming from Am I the Asshole? It's 16 hours old, and the title is AITA for not letting my husband attend his sister's wedding. My husband, 31 male, and myself, 28 female, are expecting our first child this May, 2025. Congrats on your Taurus, unless it's a Gemini, then I'm sorry. We found out very early September 2024. We did not keep the secret from anyone, and in fact shared the news in person with his family and my family on the day we found out. During this period, his sister, 29 female, was getting to know someone and got engaged in October 2024. It's sort of an arranged marriage, as she was set up and decided to get engaged after only 3 months of speaking to this guy. Her parents, my in-laws, were happy she liked him and wanted to quickly move forward. She's been wanting to get married for the past 5 years. After the engagement party in October, there was a brief discussion of when the wedding would be. His sister had mentioned that she wanted to be married no later than April 2025. After our initial OB visit in September, my husband had mentioned to his parents that I would not be able to travel after 34 weeks, as per the doctor. His mother decided to ignore the information and not address it. His sister mother decided to plan on having the wedding in April 2025, even though they had not booked anything. His sister's fiance lives in Texas, a 3.5-hour flight. I briefly mentioned that I would not be able to attend in April, as it would be too close to my due date, but wished them all the best in their planning. February 2025 rolls around, and they decide to have the wedding this upcoming April 19th of 2025 in Texas. I tell my husband that because I will be almost 37 weeks pregnant, that we would definitely not be able to go. A month prior, during a huge fight we had, his mom had told him it's okay if I don't go, but that he would have to attend. At the time, I was not opposed to it, as I thought it would be fine. 2 weeks ago, we went with my OB and decided to ask her for advice while he was also in the room. I asked her to confirm that it's not a problem if he were to travel during my 37th week. She looks at us both and says, absolutely not. We both stare at her shocked, and she continues to say, this would be like rolling dice. I would not recommend it. If something were to happen, I would not be able to slow anything down. He unenthusiastically agrees and says it's messed up that they picked a date knowing we would most likely not be able to attend. Now it's almost April. He just told his mother that we will both for sure not be able to attend. My husband and in-laws had a huge fight, and he explains the situation, so his dad threatens that he wouldn't attend either if he's not at the wedding. I don't budge after he tells me this, and calmly states that he simply cannot attend 2 weeks before my due date, as we're both having this baby together. So am I the asshole for not letting him attend his sister's wedding?
I mean, you can't really help it. You're giving birth.
It's not even like she's not letting him attend his sister's wedding. Like, I understand that last part where the dad was like, well, I'm not going if you're not going, which is just manipulative. Her husband seems pretty on board. It seemed like he just wanted to communicate that last part with her. So I think it's both of you not letting him go. But also, do his parents give a fuck about you or the baby? Like, something could happen and you need someone there. And so close to the birth of his first child, why the fuck would he...
Why would you risk that?
Why do all these families put their family members in shitty situations?
I don't know. They love it.
Yeah. They really just thrive off of it. Mm-hmm. It's like, people are just fucking assholes. That's like my motto in life. People are fucking assholes. Mm-hmm. OP is 100% not the asshole.
Yeah.
The husband seems pretty cool too. I don't know why he would entertain his dad's idea. I think he, like I said before, was just communicating that with her. But let's see what the commenters say. So OP has one comment just saying she's 32 weeks pregnant. It's funny because there's another post asking if she should let him attend. I don't think that's what this original post said that we had. The top comment is, not the asshole. Your in-laws really looked at a whole pregnancy timeline and said, nah, let's gamble. Like, did they think the baby would just reschedule and be more convenient for them? Your husband is about to become a dad. His priority should be you, not across the country at a wedding when you could literally go into labor any second. His family acting like this is some wild betrayal is crazy. He's missing one day. You'd be the one missing your partner while possibly giving birth. Huge difference. Yeah, sister's wedding versus your child being born.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have another first child. Your sister could have another wedding.
Right.
Someone said, if that's what they wanted to get married in April, that's fine. You don't need to wait for a baby or plan around other people's dates. But you also can't blame those people for prioritizing their situations and staying at home, being close to delivery. You don't get both. The world doesn't revolve around anyone else's dates, not the asshole.
Right.
I love that because it really doesn't. Like, people wait for things to happen to do things, and you shouldn't do that because you only live once. But yeah, OP, I think we're going to definitely go with not the asshole. And
no, not at all.
Congrats on your baby. I hope it's healthy, and I hope your sister-in-law kicks rocks.
Hope a flower pot falls on her head.
I love your comebacks today.
All right, I have another story coming from Am I the Asshole? From 17 days ago. Am I the asshole for admitting to my son that I love his mother more than him and telling him he's acting self-centered? Which is in-fucking-sane.
Well, it depends. Let's get into the story before we make assumptions, Amanda.
I mean,
how old's the son?
if my mother was to be like, I love your father more than you, I'd be... Excuse me? My son moved out right after college last year. Since then, he's been very preoccupied with his own life. My wife and I couldn't be prouder of him, but we do wish he made a little more effort to keep in touch, especially since he lives 30 minutes away. Months would go by without hearing from him, and we were always the ones to reach out first. We never complained about him until my wife's birthday. Her birthday was 2 days ago, and we didn't get a call or a surprise visit. She was a little upset, but chose not to confront him. I decided to call him about it. Not out of anger, just a reminder. I said, hey buddy, you missed your mom's birthday. He immediately apologized and asked me to wish her a happy birthday on his behalf. I told him it would be nice if he could visit us soon because we miss him. Apparently that set him off. He told me that he has his own life to live and that we have ours. I told him I understood, but we're still his parents and we want to stay close. That's when he bluntly said he doesn't want a close relationship with us and he's frustrated we won't leave him alone. I asked him why, and out of nowhere he brought up something from when he was 10 years old. He said he overheard my wife and me saying that we love each other more than we love him. I was completely confused because I don't recall ever saying anything like that. When I asked for more context, he said, we've been talking about our own parents' marriages, and at some point I said something along the lines of, even though I love him a lot, I love his mother the most. My wife apparently agreed with me, and then that conversation has tainted his view of our relationship ever since.
Holy guacamole.
I told him that there's nothing wrong with what I said, and that he was acting like a self-centered brat who thinks the world revolves around him. He told me to go to hell. When I told my wife about what happened, she said I was wrong for calling him that, even though I believed it was true.
That escalated quickly. That's a really upsetting thing to hear when you're 10, but I also am like, you're 10, are you remembering that correctly?
I know. But the father, I mean, he doubled down on it.
Yeah.
He said it's true. So there is an update, but I just want to read a comment here. Everyone is saying he's the asshole. The father's the asshole. Which, I mean, I kind of agree. It says, you're the asshole. First of all, he is as you raised him. Secondly, kids don't just suddenly decide to let go of a relationship with their parents because they heard something like that. In a home with engaged, available parents, kids flip out and tell their parents they overheard something upsetting, or they demand to know what's going on. Why would they say such a thing? They don't keep it a secret for 20 years. Something else is going on. It may be that you love your wife and understood that she would be your partner even when your kids grow up and moved on, but clearly you made your child feel neglected. If you want a relationship, call your son a self-centered asshole is not a way to begin it. Did it even occur to you to ask how he felt or to clarify what you meant or express any sadness about the fact that he did not, in fact, feel loved? So this is true. I mean, it is true. You don't just keep... When you're 10 years old, I feel like you wouldn't keep that a secret. I feel like you would kind of freak out and be like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
So maybe we need more context.
I mean, how his dad just went off the rails so quickly.
But there is an update. This morning, I had a deeply informative and somewhat emotional conversation with my son. I apologized to him about what I called him and let him speak first, allowing him to get things off of his chest. He started by apologizing for forgetting my wife's birthday, and he explained that he had been preoccupied with issues in his relationship over the past year, which was one of the reasons why he has been so distant from us. I asked him why he hadn't come to us for support. He said he didn't want to burden us with his problems. I also asked if he resented us in any way. That's when he opened up about his feelings in more detail. He reassured me we aren't bad parents. He admitted that we never neglected him, that we loved him, and that we were attentive. He also acknowledged that in the end, it was okay that we prioritized each other over him. This sounds make-believe. I told him I was happy that he could understand our perspective. I reiterated what many people say, that children eventually leave the house while a spouse stays. My son said that while it was okay for us to put each other first, it was unfair for us to expect a close relationship with him now, to that point where we want to frequent visits and phone calls. If parenting was just a temporary phase in our lives, then we should be grateful for whatever little attention he chooses to give us. He explained how his feelings had built up over time, affected by small things we did, even if we hadn't realized it. He brought up things he had noticed growing up, particularly after overhearing our conversations. He mentioned how we would always go to greet each other first when coming home from work, when he was physically closer to us. He said that he felt like he didn't get enough individual time with either of us, though he had attributed our busy schedules. Then he shared his own perspective on parenting. He told me that when he starts his own family, he would strive to prioritize both his children and his spouse equally. I told him that, in practice, that approach wouldn't work, since children eventually move out and start their own families. But he responded by saying he wouldn't expect his hypothetical child to place him on an equal footing with the new family they create. In his view, being a parent is a choice that the child has no say in, and that's why children should be equally important as a spouse. True that. While also understanding, as adults, they won't receive the same level of importance in return. I asked him what he wants to do going forward, and he said he needs time to process and think about our relationship. I told my wife about our conversation. Let's just say she's been really upset throughout the entire day. She's been fighting the urge to call my son.
I don't think it's necessarily you love them more. I think it's two different types of love.
Absolutely. You're in love with your spouse and you love your child.
Yeah. Like, you fuck your wife and you nurture your child. It's different.
You don't fuck your child and nurture your wife. Maybe you should cut that.
I'm not cutting that.
So the top comment is repeating what OP said. I told him that in practice that approach wouldn't work. And someone responded, millions of parents do it every day. Just because you don't doesn't mean your kid can't. And then OP responded, millions of those parents probably divorce also. This man seems very black and white, you know? Like, I can only love one person.
Weird. I think that many people should not have children, but it's so burnt into our brains that that's why we're put on this earth, but it's really not.
I feel like OP's an asshole, too. In case you guys didn't gather that he was an asshole from the story, there's people in the comments that are saying, like this one, I'll read what OP responded. It says, yes, you are an asshole that probably never will get close relationship with your son or future grandchildren. As parents, you need to put your children first because they are your responsibility and your choice to have them. The fact that you don't seem to be able to grasp that shows you what kind of shitty parents you are and have been. So I'm not surprised your son thinks so low of you because you deserve every angry word of him. So you are crappy parents and you will be lucky to be invited to a future wedding or future grandchildren. But on the other side, you do have each other, so who cares? And OP said, it seems like people don't really want to read what my son said. And the commenter said, I did. He may claim you weren't bad parents, but you were, if that's what he said is true. It's just that he hasn't understood how bad it is yet. And then OP said, yes, a Redditor know way more about our relationships than us.
Bitch, then why are you posting on Reddit?
It's honestly a different perspective. I was raised that way, so I still keep in contact with my parents. That's what OP is saying.
OP came to Reddit for advice, and he's not getting the advice he wanted.
And now he's saying, why am I listening to people on Reddit?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, that's the whole thing is, that commenter is so fucking right. Like, it's not our choice to be born, you know.
Girl, that's what I've been saying this whole time. Why aren't my parents paying my bills?
It's not our choice to be born, so in turn, it is your responsibility to love us and take care of us because you wanted us. Mm-hmm. We didn't want to be here. You wanted us to be here.
God. My fucking parents don't even talk to me, so I'm like...
And it's okay to love more than one thing. Like, I'm in love with Edwin, and I love you. I love all my friends. I love all my family. But it's a different type of love.
Yeah.
Like, I want to have sex with Edwin.
I
want to have sex with Edwin, in case you didn't know.
Do you want to have sex with me, too?
I want to have sex with you, too.
Yes.
Maybe I'm polyamorous, guys.
Yeah, like, I'm in love with Colin. But my cats, they're my entire world, the planet. I love them so deeply. I love them more than people love their children. It's true. My mom doesn't love me. All right. Yeah, OP, I think you got a taste of your own medicine from your results of your post, and you don't like it.
OP, you sound like a fucking dick, and you sound like you'd be boring at parties.
Yeah, my son, Dominic, he's just ignoring me and my wife now. Me and his mother.
Even though we said that we don't love him as much as each other.
Okay. I'm reading a lot of Am I the Asshole today. So this next one is coming from Am I the Asshole? It was posted 11 hours ago. AITA for telling my husband to just be a father. I had a play date with my friend this morning with our babies, and my LO napped in the car on the ride home.
LO? Little?
One?
Yeah!
We did it!
Yeah, it has to be.
So I had a play date with my friends this morning and our babies, and my little one napped in the car ride on the way home, so I stopped for coffee to extend her nap. So napped from 9:30 to 10 a.m. And she was fed at 9:20 before I left for the play date. I get home and my husband immediately tries feeding her. I tell him she just woke up from a nap and she's probably not hungry because she just ate before it. He said he knows his baby is hungry and tries to feed her anyways. She fusses and arches her back because she's not hungry. He just says it's because we have the wrong size nipples. I begin to explain to him that our current routine I've been doing with her while he's at work, I'm still on maternity leave. She wakes up, plays for around an hour and a half, then eats, goes down for a nap. He says nonsense. She's probably tired and goes to lay her down for a nap. It's only been 45 minutes since I've been home. I tell him, no, she's not tired enough for a nap. Yet she's just going to fuss. She's starting to understand that crib means sleep and fights hard when she's not tired enough. Sure enough, she starts crying as soon as they step foot in the nursery. This is where the argument comes. He tells me I'm being controlling and not letting him be a dad. I tell him I'm just trying to help him and give him pointers because every week is different with a baby that small. He tells me that I'm being a helicopter. I tell him I'm just trying to help as he always complains that his daughter thinks he's a stranger because he's working all day. He only works 4 days a week, by the way. I love to run errands and left him with a baby to bond and stuff. He starts texting me while I'm out. Tell me when to feed her and put her down. She's crying. Should I do it now or later? When is her nap time? She won't stop crying. What does she need? Actual copy and paste from my messages. I can tell this is condescending and he's doing it to be petty. I text out a long rant that I'm trying to help him so he doesn't have a hard time with her because he gets very discouraged when she's super fussy with him, and I try to be the bigger person and emphasize that my help is coming out of a place of love. And after a long heartfelt message that is way too long to copy and paste, here, this is what I get. Opie's husband said, is it okay to put her to bed? When's her nap time? How can I tell if she's tired?
Oh my God.
Now that I'm mad at this point and tell him to stop being a jackass, I'm not arguing with him. I get home and the baby wakes up from a nap and he comes out with her and says, what do I do now? What does she need? Should I change her first? Should I feed her? At this point, I'm seeing red and just stay silent, and he keeps going and starts poking me. I tell him to just go be a fucking father. He won't stop telling me how controlling I am and won't let him be a dad. I'm like, dude, I was just trying to let you know what I noticed is not currently working for our daughter. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. There's 3 updates.
Your husband sounds like a dickhead.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't fuck with a woman who has a baby.
The fact that he was being so petty, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do now.
Men don't know what to do half the time. And we have to tell them what to do.
I would literally be like, okay, you can leave.
Yeah, he sounds like a dick. So, there are a couple updates, but I want to read the comments first. The top comment is, I recently heard someone say this to a new mom. Don't be the expert on your baby. You will be the expert on your kid forever. The school will call you to pick them up. You will be the one who plans their birthday parties, who plans their meal because you know what they eat and what not. You will be the one who knows what they have. You will be the one who knows when they have gymnastic class and which present they want for Christmas. If you tell your partner that he's already falling behind on kid knowledge now, he will let go and never pick it up again. Yes, he will do things differently. He will do things wrong according to your schedule. But as long as he's not hurting your child, you should shut up and let him get to know his child. Build his own routine with her. I see your point, but no one wants to listen to a baby crying or see them clearly resisting feeding or a nap. She's allowed to tell him, hey, we should just do those things. And I would think that he could take that information and do something with the baby.
It's not, it's like, yeah, like maybe she could do that, but the fact that he's being so petty, like, I don't know what I'm doing, that's the part that's annoying.
Yeah, she's probably also just nervous. It's like a little baby you're taking care of.
And yeah, maybe if she's being a helicopter, but she has a routine.
Yeah, and babies, like, I feel like you have to have a routine with them,
right,
their naps and shit. So the first update. Thank you all for your responses. I will definitely be taking a huge step back and looking at the way I'm handling things. As I type this up, he's with the baby for the day and I'm still laying in bed. He's a great dad and I'm going to give him the chance to be that. Update 2. The fight took place yesterday and I forgot to change the verbiage because I wrote it out in my notes for the character count. This morning and last night, he took the baby and is actively with her and playing with her while I get ready to go out for some self-care today. Last and disappointing update. I tried apologizing to him, and he told me he doesn't want my apologies because he feels they're empty and that I apologize too much. But I actually mean them, and just know when I'm being rude and can apologize a lot more. And in turn, I said, "You don't feel the need to apologize for the way you treated me last night?" He didn't say anything. So marriage counseling it is, I guess.
Oh, shit.
There's a comment from OP. "Sorry, it means little one or baby. It's very common in parenting forum."
We figured that out.
We actually figured something out, guys, for once.
We have to Google things all the time. Like, remember PIV? Everyone's still commenting about PIV.
So it looks like the baby's about 4 months old. I'm going to other posts. She asks what exactly is a 4-month sleep regression? And that was 4 days ago. So they're both new to being parents.
Yeah, I feel like it's a stressful time in your life. This is like one of those like make or break it type of relationship things. Like marriage is one.
Like planning a wedding together, having kids.
Mm-hmm, that's like a make or break it. Like, are you strong enough to go through having children together?
Hopefully they are. That's crazy.
I feel like a lot of people, that's where the relationship falls apart, is children. Mm-hmm. Look at all the divorced people there are after kids.
Yeah, tons of them. Well, OP, I hope it works out.
Leave him. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
No, this can definitely be solved through counseling, hopefully.
Being a little petty.
All right, on to the next one.
I have my final story coming from Am I the Asshole yet again from 10 days ago. Why did I say it like that?
10 days ago.
10 days ago.
410 days ago.
And it's titled, Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Give My Aunt's Dogs Back? Or aunt. Do you say aunt or aunt?
I say aunt.
I say aunt too. I think it's a New York, like, is it like a New York thing? Do we all say aunt?
I don't know.
Aunt. Am I refusing to give my aunt's dogs home? So a year ago, my aunt, it sounds weird. A year ago, my aunt, female 61, decided that she wanted to sell her dog that she'd had for 5 years because it was too much work for her and her husband. Her and her husband are extremely wealthy with kids who have moved away from home. She doesn't work, so she spent most of the time at home with the dog. About a year before she had decided to sell her dog, our family had lost our beloved fur baby of 15 years due to illness, and we were completely heartbroken. So we got news that she wanted to sell her dog, and we offered to take her in. We had spent time with her dog before and really bonded well. We knew the transition would be very easy for her. She said if no one wants to buy her after a few days, she will give it to us for free. So we gladly accepted. She gave her to us with intention of us having her forever, and we thought that was that. We had her for 5 months, and it was amazing. We love her with every ounce of our body. She is spoiled rotten, and is just so good to have a dog again. During the 5 months, my aunt traveled to Europe and some other countries and was enjoying her luxurious life. About 1 month after she returned from her travels, she starts to hint to my mom on the phone that she wants her dog back. She eventually full-blown started asking for her back because she misses her. We initially refused and said no and told her it's unfair, but she eventually guilt-tripped me and I agreed to give her back. She ended up taking her back. Our family is absolutely devastated. Well, not even a month later, she tells us she's moving to an apartment and they don't allow dogs and we can have her back. Now remember, these people are rich. And if they truly love the dog, they could have found a place that accepted pets. We agreed on the premise that she was not to ask for her back. She agreed and she brought her back to us. Well, we've had our dog for about 6 months nearly, have changed the ownership and chip info into our name and all. Guess who calls last week? My aunt starting to hint that she's lonely and wants her dog back. My mom gently refused and changed the subject. In the last 24 hours, there has been an all-out argument between us and her, accusing us of taking her dog, calling us manipulative and just general nasty stuff. We have refused to give the dog back, and she's more or less saying she won't forgive us and that this will be the end of our relationship. So am I the asshole for refusing her our beautiful dog back?
No.
Not at all. Why? You can't just keep flipping it around.
It's not a toy. It's a fucking dog. It's a living creature. You can't
Actually
fuck with his brain like that.
The top comment is everyone's asshole for passing the dog around like it's a toy and not a living creature. Why you ever gave the dog back is beyond me.
I think the second time you obviously know who this woman is. It's your aunt who's been in your life your whole life, but you should have had her sign some kind of contract.
Yeah. Well, OP responds to that and said I was an absolute idiot and got guilt tripped by her crocodile tears over the phone saying she missed the dog so much. I learned my lesson. That's for sure, to never believe her BS. Did the aunt keep the dog? Yeah, you can't keep fucking passing this poor dog around. It's probably so confused in its little dog brain. Like, what is going on?
Stress, and it's not good for the dog's health.
No, poor baby.
Yeah, OP, definitely not the asshole.
Not the asshole, poor dog. You can't just be like, I want him back now.
No, that lady's nuts.
Can you imagine if she actually sold it to someone?
Yeah, she would not get it back. And I'm also thinking, like, she's probably just going to end up getting another dog.
Yeah, if they're that rich, like, find a place for the dog to live with you then.
Oh my God, do you know who the resilient Jenkins are?
Sounds familiar.
They're like the TikTokers. They live in a 1-bedroom apartment with 5 kids.
Yeah.
Or some amount of kids. They're pregnant again. And, like, the kids sleep in the living room
Yep.
and mom and dad sleep in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's all this shit going around online because they're moving and they have 3 cats and they just put the cats outside.
How do people do this?
There's like a video, literally they took a video and posted it. They're like, yeah, we're going to put the cats outside. They want to go outside anyways. And they just like throw the litter box in their giant like apartment trash dumpster.
We always say that people need an IQ test to have children. There should also have an IQ test to have animals.
Yeah, I wish. Also, I'm pretty sure the cats are fine. Like, it was posted. I think they live in Portland, and I'm positive they were probably rescued quickly after.
That's just crazy.
It is really sad, though. Like,
and you're posting it online. Imagine what happens behind closed doors.
you can bring them to a shelter.
Literally.
Like, you don't have 20 minutes to drop your... Or you were literally, like, famous on TikTok. Be like, I put my cats in a carrier here. Come get them. I mean, no, I actually don't do that. I take that back. But, like...
Who wants these cats? Will be good enough.
I don't know. People are scary. I would just ask somebody that you know, can you bring my cats to a shelter? I don't want them anymore. Like, they're going to go outside and get killed. Anyways... I could rant forever about the way people treat animals. But that's all for now.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We love you.
We love you.
And we
Stay safe.
Oh, yeah, we have to do don't forget to subscribe to YouTube or anywhere you listen to podcasts and share with a friend.
And love us and never leave us.
Please. All right. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Mic drop.